Started working on each other so that I have the thumb in my hand, and then we work first on the neck reflexes, right? So I built a little platform here. Inner hand is the one working, and I'm coming across with the thumb roll, zone 1 to zone 5 of the thumb, all the way across. So build a little platform, and then come across. So here we have the occipital area again. You come across so that you work the whole length, and you start at the inner edge here. It's easier because there we have the cervical spine. And you be aware that there are a lot of tendons in, so you don't squeeze that hard. So you're not really snapping over the tendons so much. And then with an index finger, you can just come across the top of the thumb. So that's for neck, and I wouldn't even do the other fingers for neck reflex because the ear is so much more effective than the feet, but do the thumb. And then we want to do shoulders. So for the shoulder line, I'll actually interlace with my inner hand. It's easier, and coming across. I'm opening this up just for you to see. Usually I work undercover. And I'm just coming across just below the fingers. And I can even go and do the little C-clamp there. So little clamping up. Really go into the, you can try that out on your own hands. Try that out on your own hands. Go in the webs in between, but also here. And in the webs in between. So that's what I'm doing here right now. And if you do shoulder joint, here we have the shoulder joint, but the whole thing is the whole shoulder joint, same like the feet, right? Shoulder joint outside, but shoulder blade, the whole area here. I'm working with the outer hand right now. Cindy, try the outer hand. Working with the outer hand. Better, huh? And then I do the stretch, press, stretch in the 2 grooves here for, again, the angel wing there, the shoulder blade. Stretch up, press in, and slowly stretch down. And the next groove too. So that's all for shoulders. TMJ, Cindy, TMJ, here we have the proximal interphalangeal joints, and these are the ones I'm working. So I put the fingers on my hand, hold them, and then I just do these little joints here, above and below. This joint, above and below, and this joint. The finger you're working on, that is definitely being on my platform here, on my hand.
I want to ask you a question. How long do we keep working on? How long we have to be slow amount, or how do we...
Until it's not getting better anymore. So you work it and work it until there is no further relief, and then you go to the next priority. So you hold in this priority, the ears were first, right? So you hold it until there's no more relief. Then you go to the next priority, the feet in this case, and work until there's no more relief. Maybe 15 minutes.
I mean, when we do roll like that, do we have take time or we just do like whatever? Like how long they take for us to do the whole round?
The whole routine?
Yes, ma'am.
The integration routine is a complete hour, but this is priority work. It's when there is pain, and there is no time rule.
Okay.
Yes. If you have a client booked for an hour, then you stop in an hour, or they say, pay me more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's TMJ. Now from lower back, we interlace here again.
TMJ is the jaw.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what that stands for too.
Temporal mandibular joint. So it's the joint between the temporal bone and the mandible. That's the one.
That's the one that moves
Down here, and the joint in between, and that can be damaged or tight and crack. Makes a cracking noises.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
that makes sense. Thanks.
So here we're coming up. Lower back, coccyx, sacrum, lumbar. Coccyx, sacrum, lumbar. Coccyx, sacrum, lumbar. So I'm actually starting very low, almost on the wrist here. And then I'm coming also across, like I did on the foot, coming across. And I start low on the wrist, or on the wrist, and go a little. There's no rule how far you go up. Just go a little bit up, that you're relaxing the whole muscles across from spine to zone 5. And for sciatica, we then work the outer. Here we have the hip leg triangle, so we work the outer edge here a little bit. Just 1/3 up. You can go a little bit in for the knee.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So keep in mind that this is a speeding thumb roll. You don't work that. Normally you would work this way.
Can we put the cream when we...
You will slide too much. You will not work out the blockages. That's why we don't work with cream. Headache, sinuses, so we do the upper part of the thumb. Again, we're building the platform here. We put the thumb on the platform. On the same hand, we're working with the thumb. And I show you how to work the fingers, but we're not going too much into it because it's so much more effective on the feet, and it's easier to work it on the feet. But the way I'm working, we will learn that in the hand class, how to work the fingers really good.
Okay.
But this is how I would work the sinuses on the fingers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But we're not going into it too much because it's the third priority and it's less important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do for before lunch is definitely the ears, and we'll take our sweet time with that.